Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the podcast, the Don't Be Afraid podcast. My name is Onikoyi Adeola, and I'm your host. And with me, I have
Tomiwa.
I'm 30.
Today.
30 beach.
So today, our topic for today is internet connectivity and the opportunities and challenges we have with internet connectivity. Let's talk about how internet has transformed the way people work, communicate, and access information. Let's talk.
You want to go first?
Well, okay, I can. Okay, the way it has affected, I think the first thing that comes to mind is remote work. Especially because of the pandemic, it exposed how businesses can actually continue running and staff can continue working without actually having to be physically present at the office. Yeah, so it created that opportunity for remote work to replace physical attendance. Also, access to information for both businesses and like freelancers, entrepreneurs. You can access information much easier on the internet. Don't have to go to any library or anything to get the information you need to do your job or run your business.
Okay, so I would say back in the days, I feel like there were some hustles that never existed.
Right.
So like now you hear,
thanks to the internet, you can sell anything.
Exactly. Now you hear, I'm an influencer, I'm a YouTuber, a content creator, I'm a digital this, I'm a digital that. You understand? So I feel like all these things happened because of the internet. Like a lot of social media platforms came, thereby, it kind of like generated a lot of hustles. And you cannot hustle these hustles without the use of internet. Like you can't be a YouTuber without internet. You can't be an influencer. You can do anything.
A message to someone who's miles away.
Do you understand? I feel like this generation says we have no excuse.
Yes.
Even as a music artist, you need internet to upload your song.
Yes, internet is life.
So it's
life. Without it, so that's the importance of the internet. Connectivity. Because these days you need internet. Even people in the village, I'm sure they have internet.
Definitely.
They use internet.
Definitely.
Well, the last time I went to my village, I saw a Sabah cafe. I was so surprised.
Are you serious? Where are your village?
Advanced. What village?
Which village? I was surprised.
No, State, but like,
come on,
don't disrespect my state.
How can you say
but it was a few years ago, so the surprise
in fact, the person that introduced this internet is from Ogun State. How can you say that? You are surprised.
Exactly. It's not Cyber Cafe.
It was Cyber Cafe in Ogun State. But yeah. So, let's talk about the frustrations that come with using internet. What are the frustrations you experience?
Downtime.
Yeah,
sometimes internet is just off for like some minutes. And me, if I don't see internet for like 10 minutes, I might just faint.
But you will be shaking like
Next
this.
to internet is back, then you hear that Beyonce gave birth.
From nowhere. You don't miss out.
You miss out on the entire thing. This one will find someone to punch someone in the face. I'm like, so just 10 minutes now, I don't have to miss all these things. So yeah, downtime can be very frustrating. Yeah. Especially for content creators. So let's say, for example, now from a content creator point of view, let's say I've already told my client I'm going to upload the video by 4 or by and everybody's on standby, maybe to either promote the post from their own end or to either repost or accept collaborator requests or whatnot. For some reason, my post is not by 4. 4:15 network is still not back.
Why would that be? Why would that be?
Why would that be a problem?
No, why would that be? Why
is that?
Why is
that problem there? I think it's because
why is the internet not working at that moment?
I don't know.
There's now a lot more
internet providers.
Do you ever call them and ask them,
yes,
my internet is not working? What's going
on?
What do they tell you when you call them to ask them that question? Because I do that.
Yeah, sorry, Noni.
I think the problem is the pressure on the
server
infrastructure generally, because especially since COVID, we were not expecting so many people to start being dependent on the internet at the same time. So a lot of those infrastructure were not in place.
Yes, now because people are not working from home.
Yes, so there's a lot of pressure on it that the bandwidth is not just able
And
to
they should increase their
meet
bandwidth.
everybody. You pay the extra money when they
Are
invest
they not
it.
collecting extra money from me?
It's expensive.
Funny
isn't it?
enough,
It's
yes,
not
we
cheap.
have some of the most expensive data plans in the world here
Yes,
in
now,
Nigeria,
bro.
and
Yeah.
it's not. To be honest, I don't see any respite coming anytime soon. Because
Back in the days, 10 MB would take me like a week. Days of
Mm.
Java phones.
Oh yes,
To
it needs
go
to consume a
days.
lot.
But now, bro, 2 gig
Mm.
a day.
But let's not forget that nowadays we are watching videos. You can be on TikTok scrolling, watching
No,
videos.
sir,
You
you
don't
don't
realize
see
that
it.
everything.
your data is
Even
going-
background data, as if it's got my phone is here right now.
You're not doing
Things are
anything.
refreshing.
Yes, yes.
listening to
yes.
you and planning the next ad. They want
That-
to
that
push for
exactly.
you.
Ah, God.
Crazy. So, do you think COVID-19 had any importance in how how internet has grown?
Mhm. Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, back in the days, how do you tell your boss that I want to be working from home?
Mm.
It didn't make sense to
I'll
you.
try that.
Because it's like you can't even look at your boss and say, I'm working from home tomorrow. It's not
It was
possible.
never a thing.
But then pandemic came and it became a thing, and nobody even wants to let you even come. Like it's
Yeah.
like the more you are in the office, it pisses them off. So if people should not be working from home, like
Sit
don't
in your
come
house.
Yeah.
because it's less stressful. And all you have to just be on Zoom call with your boxers and your,
That's a good time. That's
And-
actually a good time when you could just do things from the comfort of your
Of
home.
your
I think it
home.
made a lot of people realize that it's not everything that
You
you have
get-
to like. Well, you can do so much from your
when I was doing
comfort
office work
zone.
then, bro, I was going from beggar to Lekki every day.
Whoa.
That's
Mm.
I don't
8
know how.
to 5, not even 9. So you can imagine. All I had was I want to work from home tomorrow. Your sack letter like this.
It's coming true. When I even businesses now, they save money on rent, on utilities
Yes,
in the office. Like they don't
yes,
have to spend so
yes.
much. Like my company, they send me data every month
And
to
my company
use,
too
and that's
tells
like
me. They send
majority
me
of
money.
the.
Send you data, money for data.
Allowance
They send
for
me data. They send me
Oh.
30 gig
Wow.
every
Ooh.
month. So that's what I used to work, and
That's
it makes
nice.
life easy.
But they take you like the entire month.
I mean, majority of the time I'm just
Well, it
doing
depends
like
on what
doesn't
you
take
do.
text-based stuff, data
Okay, okay,
analysis, things like that. So it's not really. I'm not watching any videos or doing any heavy duty
okay.
stuff
Oh,
here.
right.
So last
30 gig won't take you for a month.
No.
How many gig do you consume in a month?
Ah.
Let's not go there.
Don't forget that
I'm
he also does a lot
interested.
of uploading as well.
Uploading.
I would like to know. I would like to know. Like, how much do you
How
spend
much?
on internet data subscriptions and all of that?
Let's say around like 100K.
Ẹ̀yin kọ́ sá.
I cannot comprehend spending such an amount of money on
Around 100K
data.
monthly.
100, that's
Personally,
well, I mean, because of what you do, yeah. But
Yeah.
Personally, I
100.
do not spend a lot of money on data because already I have receiving data from my
So
company,
you
so-
finish
Yeah,
that
so-
30
But
gig
one
that
thing-
your company is giving to you.
yes, sometimes I do, and then
And you buy
I
more.
just buy some more to just last me, and it takes probably like 1 week or 2 weeks till
Yes.
the next one comes in.
So one thing I really
Right.
realized, I feel like this our mobile data is calm compared to like the modems.
Oh,
I feel like it's better to like spend like buy data on modems than all these mobile data.
Yeah, I
Because,
agree.
bro,
I agree.
2 gig now might just take you for like a couple of hours.
Yes,
Mm.
No, about
I
2 gig
agree.
on your modem might take
Modem
you like
can
maybe like
go-
more than.
I mean, it's why you have
2
some
days.
what do you call it, packages, and you have unlimited, and
Unlimited.
that unlimited comes to
Yeah.
like 100 gig, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, because
For
now
some
unlimited is
people.
not really unlimited.
Yeah,
But when
they start to
when it
cap
gets
it.
to a point, they start to cap, but
Maybe
it still
maybe-
runs you
Maybe the
for.
picture will not load again.
But that's
the
towards
text
the
will show.
end.
Text
Well,
will
I don't
show.
know how you guys consume. I don't know how much of data you consume.
Yeah,
but for
so-
someone like me, if I do unlimited for my modem at home, I have it running for the whole month. Maybe towards the end of the month, maybe the last 1 week, then it starts to crawl. And yeah, it starts to
So now,
slow
I don't really
the
spend up
whole
to that
thing
anymore.
down.
Now that I've already realized that hack, so I just buy maybe like 15K worth of data twice.
Right. Twice a month.
Yeah, twice a month.
You don't do unlimited. You don't do anything.
No, I
You
don't
just
find I
buy.
don't do
So
unlimited.
how many gig does that 15K gives you?
So on Spectranet, for example, I think sometimes they do like 100 gig and they're not giving another 100 gig on top for free, that kind of thing. So
But yeah, they have that because I
Those
used to use
incentives.
them, and they give you that do this and get
this. So sometimes at the end of the day,
but that
why not?
doesn't run on the unlimited package, does it? No.
No.
Just buy
But I
and
think
then
it's
get
free
an extra.
midnight something. They do like this from like one. That's not of adverts going on.
They drop the info.
I
But yeah, this is not an advert. We're just
You get
talking.
it?
We're just talking. So yeah, the role of technology in internet connectivity. What would you say about that?
The role of
The role technology plays. What role technology plays?
there will be no internet without technology. I mean, because you have to have the tech
Hand in
to
hand.
support that the service, right? When you do think about you need to run wires and everything, install masts, it's too crucial to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Sorry, I'm just entering my hair wires.
yes, I think that you run wires
All those cyber cafes out here. Wires everywhere.
That's not even it. When anybody is coming, like you want to install your DSTV and they tell you wires, it's always how many wires do you use? 30.
Waiting, you have from where to where?
It's not brought back in memory of wires. When I hear wires, it's like,
but thankfully now a lot of stuff are now going wireless, so
Do you understand?
you don't have as much pressure on wiring like that nowadays.
Right. Okay, so what are the potential risks associated with increasing reliance on internet connectivity?
I mean, I heard a lot about 5G. A lot of, I don't know if it's misconception.
Have you been on 5G?
I heard that.
Has anyone here been on 5G?
Not at the moment.
No, not.
Why not?
I'm still on 4G.
Why not? I mean, it's supposed to make everything fast.
Faster.
Why are you not on 5G?
I don't want to die according to.
I'll get cancer. But I actually saw a video, I think it was on TikTok, where this guy had this radioactivity measure tool, right? And then there was 5G mast on his roof. And the place the mast was above his bedroom. And his bed was actually elevated, like this bunk bed. So where he sleeps, when he put the radioactivity reading was very high. So he had to reach out to the company to come and change the location of those wires, or do some sort of shielding.
It's actually a thing.
It is a thing because even your phones, different technology emits different
That's why
kind
they
of
say don't sleep with your phone. That's why they say don't sleep with your phone.
Or put it in your breast
when
pocket.
you're cooking, don't go to the kitchen with your phone.
Or don't go
Or they
near
say
the
if you are using your
door.
microwave, don't stay in front of it because
with your
those
phone, all kind of
signals, and nowadays you don't know what to catch you and say,
You
all of
understand.
a sudden you have this cancer or that cancer because of why you used your phone.
You understand?
So there's still a lot of growth to be done when it comes to limiting exposure to those kind of signals.
Let's talk about the privacy and threats.
Yes.
Cybersecurity.
Let's say from the pro.
I was looking at them. I'm throwing this at you because that's your field. So what can you tell us on
for privacy? A lot of these big companies like Facebook, for example, they have access to a lot of data. And when someone has a lot of data on you, there's literally almost no limit to what they can use that data to do.
Yes.
Facebook came under fire for selling data, data breaches. Sometimes it can leak, and then you have bad actors having access to your data. They can use it to do
also
different things. Yeah. That's for privacy. For cybersecurity, now when we have the concept of Internet of Things, almost everything is connected to the internet, coffee machine, microwave, and
really
hackers can use one thing that's connected to your network. Let's say we have one network here that's saving this whole place now. They can, for example, your coffee machine is not secure, they can access your coffee machine and use that to penetrate your network and wreak havoc. So a lot of concern is growing in that field when it comes to internet. So that's where cybersecurity professionals are now trying to see how they can educate people on how to secure their networks, be more safe, things like that.
How can we be more safe?
What?
How can we be more safe?
How can we be more
Thank
safe?
you, Michael Hall. What can we do to avoid this, threats and privacy concerns? What are the measures?
First, for privacy, when it comes to data, you need to limit the amount of data you provide to some of these platforms.
I agree. What you don't know,
you can
cannot access.
There's this thing you can do on Google where if you're submitting an email, for example, you want to sign up to your website, you can do, let's say your email is 30@gmail.com, for example. I can put 30.facebook@gmail.com. right? 30 plus Facebook, sorry, at gmail.com. And then that will be the email size. But the information still comes to my regular 30 at gmail.com, right? But then if anything, like there's a breach of data, you notice another person is sending you information, you can know that it came from Facebook. That's where the leak came from. That's one.
Okay.
When it comes to like cybersecurity, there are things like firewalls that you need to put up on your system. When it comes to business, that's for like end users. When it comes to businesses, to be secure, you need to have a team of cybersecurity professionals. You have like a center to monitor.
How much do you charge again?
No, talk about that one.
You talked about firewalls now.
Yeah.
You said how, as an end user, how do I do that?
Okay. For the firewalls,
How do I
most devices nowadays come with firewalls. But some people, because they want to install one software or something, they will disable it. You know, that's the problem. So just make sure your firewall is up and running. You should also use strong passwords. Use different passwords for different
Or
passwords.
maybe I should ask
don't know
because
the
what is a firewall?
Oh, okay. A firewall basically is like is a device, not necessarily a device, like a technology
system.
that filters what access can come into a network, and then where that access goes to. So based on the rules that you set within the firewall, some come with default rules. You can also add rules. So it's to filter. Oh, this let's say I'm a user, for example, from outside. I want to come into your coffee machine, for example. But between your coffee machine and the rest of your network, there's a firewall. And if I only have access to your coffee machine, I can't access anything else because the firewall will block me. So that's
Is it
the
coffee
general
machine
idea.
you're saying?
Coffee machine.
Like
yes.
coffee.
So coffee machines are...
People use
But
internet.
That's the
I
world we are living in
I
now.
thought you said yes because I was going to. I had microwave coffee.
You buy money.
Let me. What's
Because a
going
lot of
on
things
there?
are now the internet of things. Everything now start having internet access,
So
like your
will I-
TV, you know, all these things, and they are
Can't
using
the
your network.
microwave be a microwave?
Not
Just
anymore.
want my food.
Not
or maybe
anymore.
Grill.
Not anymore. Everyone wants smart TV, smart microwave, smart this one. So that's where the risk comes in.
Oh no.
I even hack
no.
coffee machines like this.
Yes, now you use it to access other parts of the network.
Interesting. I've learned something yesterday.
I know, right?
This year.
Coffee machine. I didn't know that. I mean, I never thought about it. That never came to mind. Microwaves. Any other thing?
Okay. What else? I mentioned passwords, right? Okay,
Yes.
and for password, like a tip I learned is have different, like
Share
social media. You
tip
can
with
use the
us.
same password for Facebook and Instagram. But when it comes to your banking, use a different password for all your banking. There should be a different password for each banking app. That's the way to be safe, because if you use the same password, if I hack your Echo Bank, I will test Wema.
Because and then again, it's connected, no?
Yes.
BVN and all that thing. So it
And
makes it swift.
I heard something. I heard even your two-factor authentication doesn't stop.
Yes, I was going to touch on multi-factor
If you call on
authentication.
Mashowa,
It helps.
this is
So the idea of multi-factor authentication is the best balance. Like the safest way it can be right now is 3-factor authentication. Something you know, something you have, and
My
something
favorite
you
teacher
are.
in secondary school.
So something you know is like the password or these questions, you know. Something you have can be like token or like ATM card. You have to have the card before you can access the money. And then something you are is like biometrics.
Lori
fingerprint,
Luba
eye.
on top of the 1K.
we even forget these things.
Yes,
Sometimes you do.
You do, but-
And then there's so many times I have to, because I have to create a lot of password for different sites that I use. I forget. How many can I?
You can't even
keep
type
up
it on your
with?
phone because they see your phone now.
Nah, it's gone.
So another thing I do is I allow my what's it called? My phone to remember. So when I'm trying to log in, it automatically gives me
password.
options
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
So I have some sites like that it just pops up and says, "Oh, okay, you just check it in." But even that is not safe. Just imagine another
Not safe.
person
If
is
someone
trying
like
to-
has your email,
trying to-
access to your email now,
but
can
you have
access
to
the
do
majority
that
of things.
on my phone. I don't know
Okay.
because I'm not so. It's right on my phone, so it's like because you use it every time. So
Yeah.
like Google would ask you when you log onto a site with your password, it asks you, do you
want to
want
save.
to save? Exactly. So it's automatically saved on that I don't know what you call it, and
There are services that help you
Cloud.
store passwords. There's
Cloud,
this thing
thank
called
you.
One Password. So it's like a vault. inside all your passwords are
There's
there,
somebody
but
behind
then you
the
have
vaults
your
now.
password to that. Eh?
There's somebody behind the vault. The person
nice.
creates
Yes.
the
So
vault.
some of these companies they promise you that they don't access your data.
Promise.
It's one of their, and it's supposed to be regulatory, like based on the
But
service
yeah,
they
it's
offer.
money, and sometimes you see one small money has left. Who is removing?
Who is
that
removing the money?
If you come with your talo, who is removing it?
Yes.
No, that was, it can be a different conversation. It can be for your back. Yeah, some bank
My
staff.
bank
let's
doing
not even get
osusu
into
on my
it.
That's what-
behalf.
that's what-
Let's not even go in
Is my
there.
bank doing osusu on my behalf?
If I'm in the back and I remove 1 naira from everybody,
Cash out.
Bro.
cash out, bro. Soft. So at the end of the day, you can't avoid all the risks that are involved, but there are those things you can do
take
to just
measures.
reduce.
Yeah,
the
measures
risk,
to
yeah.
protect
And at
yourself
least, so
and
even
your
if one thing
data.
is compromised, it won't be your whole set of things that's compromised. It'll just be that one thing.
Yeah. So, guys, don't use the same. You have different. You've learned today. Different. You have like 1 million passwords.
Eh?
Korea, man, ho.
Yes, though.
You know what?
It's like 30 names.
30 names. Please. Oh, okay. So, what are the
Inside joke, by the way.
inside
It's
joke?
only for us.
Yeah. So they are wondering what is
Yeah,
30
what's 30
names?
names?
And you can send me something so I could tell you. It's okay. So yeah, what are the challenges? You know, let's talk about the biggest challenges to achieving universal internet connectivity. Universal internet connectivity. What are the challenges,
You want me to go first? Do you want to go first?
To be honest, I don't understand the
particularly in
question.
developing countries like Nigeria? So, what are the challenges? You know,
I feel like government policy might be one, because anybody can come tomorrow and say,
We are banned.
no more, we are banning internet. You see now,
True now.
just
anything can
imagine
happen
that.
these days.
Anything, no, especially in our country.
Wait, they banned it for how many?
I love
how
my
many
country,
months?
Sha.
How many months? How many months they banned it for, Sif?
I'm not even sure exactly. I think it was like maybe 3 or so.
It was more than 3. Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Come on. But that ban pay me,
Eh?
bro. Because
You had to use VPN.
So you were not.
So,
You
yeah.
were not actually
So-
on Twitter for that period. Or
I wasn't, because I was also scared of using some of these VPNs.
Yeah,
because
So-
yeah.
Yeah,
From
so
a-
that's the
exposes you
for
as
you to
well.
connect to Twitter. Then you had to use VPN.
Yeah, so I feel like one of like the biggest thing right now is the government policy. Like anything can happen. Anybody can just come and tell us, oh, we can't do this, and who are we to complain? So
Right.
yeah, so I feel like that's like the major challenge I can actually think of right now.
Me, I would say the infrastructure
Okay.
not really there, especially in rural areas. Not a lot of people have that access to internet infrastructure.
Yeah.
Another thing is affordability
Mm-hmm.
of the data plans, and and the modems and the phones, laptops. Not a lot of people can afford to purchase these things. So that's a major blocker for having universal internet. Like
Yeah.
you said.
I
Interesting.
feel like a lot of all these telecommunication companies are making it easier, because now you hear 100 naira for unlimited YouTube. 100.
Yeah, they try to make it cheap for
For
those
those that
who
can't
cannot
really-
afford the plenty gigs.
Yeah.
You know,
So
plenty
That's where they
gigs.
can help
yeah,
us.
yeah, I feel like so. Yeah, they are doing they're trying
Somehow,
their
isn't that-
best. And
Is it really cheap?
some are extremely cheap, but they'll tell you, okay, you have access to only WhatsApp for 1 week. 100
Or would it
naira.
be that 1 week? Because if I send you videos and send
Yeah.
you all kind of high,
I
you know,
how.
you would consume. You wouldn't get
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
You
so
won't
You
get
wouldn't
it,
get
yeah.
it.
so exactly. So this is a call. They should try and help us make it more
More accessible.
accessible.
Because internet is life these
to get
days.
internet.
You can use the internet from wherever to do whatever.
Because there are countries
Makes
in this
life
world that
easy.
they consider internet to be a basic human right.
Yeah,
And
that's-
countries like Norway.
I mean, as it is now, the way the world is going, yes, it will get to that point. Because it's like, I mean, we say internet is life. It's life.
And the thing about you mentioned something about rural areas. That's something I've actually even noticed. Like I feel like it's not really like, I mean, it's there, but it's not widely spread
Coverage, yeah.
coverage. So sometimes you're going from
Yes.
maybe Ibadan to Ogomosho.
Mm.
Out of like 30 minutes of your journey,
You have
I've never even
nothing.
seen
No
any.
bar.
Even in some places, I mean, you you have this network and you're like, oh, it's not this one is not working. It's another one that is working.
But I even see E.
You know when
I've not seen in how many years?
How many years? When last we used
You know, see E. Bro, I saw G one time. I said, bro.
No, that was one of the
that
considerations
happens
when I was trying to get an apartment. I was like, one of the things I need to worry about is having internet access on my network.
You guys, let me share my
ability.
experience different. So talking about this apartment, I recently moved apartment, and before I moved my apartment, I just renewed my subscription on one internet that I'm trying using. Let me shall make all names. And after I moved into my house, I realized that it was not working. No. Before I moved in, it had expired. So moving in, I'm like, okay, let me renew this thing so I can start using it here. And I renewed. Voila. I wish I didn't, because I didn't get to use it inside that house. It didn't work. I don't know what. So in the process of trying, I took it outside, just like outside my door. I have a space, still my space is before the gate. And it was working. At some point, I had to go and put my modem inside my car, inside the compound, so I can get inside. So that was very painful. It was very painful after paying almost 20K for unlimited data, and I moved into a place and it's not working.
I think I know the network, but
don't let us.
Let's not do that.
It's okay, but let's not. So yeah, I just imagine if I tried it, maybe I did a small data and I would have figured out this thing isn't working. How do you check if you're moving into a place? How do you check? How do you know?
When I first go to check the apartment out, it's one of the things I just try browsing on my phone. See, okay, is the network fast? Is it
I think because you didn't.
But your own network might work. What about your guests? When they have people come to
go your house, go your house where they work.
There's no network here. This is your house.
We're going home,
man. What you're checking for yourself? What about the people that are coming to greet you? Imagine you have somebody.
I want to spot
exactly.
Your data will finish now. That's a pretty sure.
That's how you get another one.
I imagine the person is on TikTok.
As a good host. I can't be like, you're not my god.
And the person is on TikTok watching, even showing you. See,
my husband did do all this one.
I will just offer from there. Like, let me control this. Let me control the server.
The network is not working.
My phone is dead.
So yeah, I mean, because these things can be very frustrating, really, being in a place where you expect that you should be able to access internet free.
I feel like I won't check the internet if I won't check how accessible the road is.
Really?
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Although on my way there, I'll see the road, but I might not even notice the road. I'll notice the internet, so I won't even try to look at the road.
But that was very painful because my money wasted. Very, very painful.
Yeah, sorry. So how did you fix that now?
How did I? I just stopped using the modem. Because it didn't make sense. So I had a small one, then I had the bigger one with my mom. I said, let me try if because maybe the small one is not good enough or it's not covering enough. And then I brought the big one to the same thing.
I had a friend give me a modem.
But when you step outside, right outside,
it
works. I said I was put my modem inside the car. Inside the car so that I could.
How are you even receiving the network all the way from the car to your?
But it got inside.
Oh wow!
It got inside. Crazy.
I'm saying that because
it's not
on street. Maybe you have to park 2 streets away before you walk.
Don't you park your car inside your compound?
I don't have.
From your mouth to God's hair. So let's go. Let's continue. Let's not here. So yeah. Now we've just talked about challenges, opportunities. I mean, is there any way that from the challenges, I mean, which of these things can we say, okay, this is a better way to do this. We can run this and have better networks. What can our network providers, what can they do to make life easier for us here in Nigeria and give us better values for what we pay to them?
I think to start off, you need to they need to make it more affordable for us.
Yeah.
The government can help there too, in the sense that there are some countries where they give like tax breaks to companies that are trying to expand internet accessibility in the country. They know that you're sharing internet, you're building infrastructure to give you tax breaks. Also governmental policies as well also help, like to regulate the pricing of some of these products. That also help a lot to make it more affordable. I also think education, like educating people on how to use the internet, like digital literacy.
Digital literacy,
Apart from just making the network available, people need to be able to know how to use it.
Yes, and how to sorry to interrupt you. How to reduce your high
Like regulate.
consumption, how you consume, so you can.
Because people don't know they can actually turn off some of their apps that they're not using.
Yes.
And all those things. A lot of background data.
Yes.
You
can turn off. Yeah, I don't like those people that always turn off internet. You cannot reach them until they turn on. Like, how do you do that for business? It's not cool. You turn off your internet. I'm trying to reach you. I'm trying to do business with you, and you turn it off. Like, so we need cheaper. What you call it? Data plans. Yeah, we need.
And let our 10 gig. I feel like I feel like those 10 gig. It's not 10 gigging.
It's not gigging.
It's not gigging.
It's not gigging. Okay, guys, thank you so much for the interesting podcast, and I hope you have enjoyed this session with these fine people that I have here. See you next time.
Yeah.